Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your May 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, a very warm welcome. Hello to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes, and all of your fantastic energy. So we are going to dive right into your reading. Before we do, just a reminder, I still have a contest running on my channel. If you see this reading before April 30th, then stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll tell you how to enter the contest. It is to win a free personal reading, so if you're interested, then stick around for that, okay? If you do miss that deadline for that, don't worry, I will have another contest a little bit later on my channel, so stay tuned for that. Scorpio, we are in eclipse season. May starts the eclipse season for the year. We have right at the beginning of May, April 30th, May 1st, we've got a solar eclipse in Taurus. This is a partial solar eclipse. This isn't coinciding with the new moon. All right. And it is in Taurus energy. Okay. So Taurus is all about your stability, your security. Okay. What makes you feel solid, stable, secure, your finances. Okay. Your material world, your relationships. Okay. Your personal values. All of these things may certainly be very prevalent in your mind for you. Okay, you may be looking to make some sort of change or open up to new possibilities. Okay, we've got Uranus energy that is very closely conjunct with this solar eclipse. Okay, and so with this being eclipse and with this being the new moon, it's like the universe has a accelerated your energy, shall we say. Okay, so you may want to embrace yourself for some sudden changes, okay, for things happening really, really fast. But the May 15th, the lunar eclipse, the total lunar eclipse, coinciding with the full moon on May 15th, depending where you are on the planet, check your calendars. Okay, this is intense, Scorpio. This is in your sign. So not only do you have a full moon energy in your sign, but it's also an eclipse energy. So very, very, very intense energy coming in here for you. All right, even if you are someone who's not normally affected by full moon energy, hold on for this one. This could really be bringing up some deep, 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 dark fears, worries, okay? Things that have been buried for a very long time could certainly be unearthed. There's a very close degree to Algol, which some astrologers call like the demon star, but it's like kind of very darker kind of energy there. You might want to read up on that if that is you, since this is all happening in your sign, okay, if you're interested in that. So anyways, but certainly find ways to ground your energy. Full moons, of course, are all about completions of cycles, okay, wrapping things up, making final decisions and letting things go. So it could be a major turning point in some area of your life, but it can also just represent some personal and spiritual growth for you, the opportunity to be free, okay, from old energies that are holding you back. So we have TikTok energy coming out here for you. And when we have TikTok, okay, you could be feeling as though time is ticking by. All right, maybe you're feeling as though time is of the essence. You may be getting a little bit impatient with something, okay? And Spirit wants to remind you, especially if you've set like intentions for manifestation or anything, right? Sometimes we get a little bit impatient. When we get the TikTok energy, this is the universe reminding us that humans are the ones that created the constraints of time. Time is fluid. Time and energy cannot be put into a little box. It's our human need, our human desire for conformity and for structure and for order, but that doesn't really exist in the universe, right? It's like everything's kind of free flowing. All right, everything's abundant, everything is free flowing. So when we have the TikTok energy, this is Spirit reminding you that in your world, a day, a week, a month is but a blink of an eye in the universe. And that universe is all about energy and vibration. And if you're waiting for something to happen, or if you're trying to make some change in your life in some way, it is very important to get your vibrational level to match what it is you're attracting in. And that way you can speed up the divine timing. Okay, so it's really just that reminder of patience, divine timing, and that when you put a time constraint on something, that sometimes you're creating a bit of a block. Sometimes that can actually restrict you more than help you out. Okay, yes, there's certain things in human time where we do need to look at the clock, okay, things like that, right? But in the bigger picture of things, let that time constraint go and be more in the flow, and you'll be amazed what happens. We've got peace coming in here for you as well, okay? So there's certainly maybe a peaceful resolution to something. All right, maybe you have an opportunity for a fresh start. There could certainly be some inner peace, some outer peace, some forgiveness, okay? We do have this beautiful white dove representing peace and forgiveness, bringing in an olive branch. So perhaps you are finding forgiveness, okay? Or maybe someone is asking for a second chance, okay? Whatever this is a peaceful resolution, a peaceful conclusion for you. And like I said, with this eclipse energy coming in here in the middle of the month for you, perhaps this is your time to finally find your way to make peace, to make amends, to give yourself permission to let go of some old energies. Okay, we sometimes create our own blocks, but there is a fresh energy, a fresh start in this deck. Whenever we see the eggs are the birth of something new, something newer, something better, okay, is blossoming, is opening up for you. So whether it's a fresh start, an improvement, okay, or whether it is just finding that peace, balance, and harmony, okay. And I am getting a message here as well with this eclipse energy that goes on through the month, okay, especially the one at the full moon in your sign. Find a way to find a bit of peace and calm energy, all right, because it may represent a bit of a challenge for you with that energy, very intense, okay? So you might be feeling tired and drained by the middle of the month, especially that full moon. So try and engage in some high vibe activities like meditation, singing, dancing, going out and having fun, something to elevate and raise your vibration there. But also try connecting with water. Water is very spiritual, okay? Water is nourishment for our body, our soul, okay? And it's also very calming. So spend time outdoors by a river, ocean, streams, lakes, ponds, a puddle, okay, in the rain, all right? And if you don't have access to any of that, try a bath or a shower, okay? Just something to, relate back to water. Drink more water maybe as well, okay? Amazing what happens with that. It's very cleansing. Okay, just say, and then that will kind of calm down some of the crazy energy that we may have for you. So I'm going to pull all of your cards and then we'll go a little bit deeper. Heart of your matter, heart of your reading, justice. Libran energy, very nice. We've got the strength card crossing you. Wow, 2 cards out, bam, bam, both major arcana. So we're starting off big. We've got the Karma card, which is actually the Justice card. Holy kitten caboodle, Batman. Look at that. We've got the 2 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The 7 of Swords. Chariot. Wow. This is crazy energy for you. We've got the 5 of Wands there. What else do we have? Oh boy, we've got the Devil card coming out there, but that's in your hopes and fears. Okay, so not to worry. And we've also got the 5 of Swords there as well. So I'm just going to grab a couple extra cards here. I'm going to grab a couple extras for your external environment here. 1, 2, 3. I'll get to those later. And I'm going to grab 3 clarifiers for your overall outcome, because I'm not leaving you there with a 5 of Swords. That's not very nice. All right, and 1, 2, 3. Over here at the moon, we deal with the cards, the good, the bad, the ugly, regardless of how they fall, but we find a way past them. All right, what's the point of pulling out challenging cards if we don't give you advice or a way forward? All right, the bottom of the deck, there we go. We've got the World card. Done. End of a cycle for you. You're about to shift. You're about to transform. You're about to move forward, leave something behind. Okay, you've gone as far as you can go in a certain situation and you're done. All right, the World card brings in an element of success, okay, and it does bring out an energy of expansion for you as well, okay? So when we're at the end of a cycle, it doesn't mean something's over necessarily, okay? It means that we have learned all of our lessons. We have experienced everything that we can in our current cycle, and now we are looking out into the great beyond. Do we carry forward on the direction that we're on, or do we do something different? Onwards, upwards, maybe something brand new. All right, and that's what we do. But when we get the World card, it's always a reminder. We can reflect and we can look upon our past and we can see everything that we've experienced and we can use all of those lessons to our advantage. But the great thing is the energy is done and gone. Why? Because you've got the Judgment card that comes out right before that. Okay, so I think you're really clearing some things out. You're really getting a lot of clarity in something here, and this gives you a fresh perspective maybe on things. Okay, shows you the bigger picture. Okay, or just really gives you that energy of finding your inner peace so that you can move forward lighter and brighter and more positive than before, because ultimately we got a lot of major arcana coming out here for you, Scorpio. So anyway, so right in the heart of your reading, we've got the Justice card. Okay, so there may be some truths that need to come to light, some honesty, some truth that is highlighted for you in the month ahead. Okay, so whether it's an important conversation, okay, with someone around you, okay, with a situation around you, or maybe just with yourself. The Justice card brings in the potential for new beginnings, okay, for improvements in your life. It does bring in some sort of very important decision. Now, it could be that there's an important decision that you're waiting for, okay, something that's been lingering for a while, and this decision is favorable for you, okay, it's a positive decision. The scales, it's a balanced and fair decision that allows you to move forward. Okay, but the Justice card is, all about some really good karma headed your way as well. Okay, all the good that you've ever put out in the world, it's all ready to come back to you now. We just need to work out a couple of things. All right, so you may have offers or opportunities. When we have the Justice card, there may be some contractual or legal situations that are highlighted for you in the month ahead. Think of job offers, right, where you need to sign your name on the dotted line. Okay, if you've been really waiting to find a resolution to something that's been lingering for a while, think of things like divorce proceedings or custody battles, or maybe you've been suing a previous employer. Okay, any kind of legal things are being settled for you at this time, or there's certainly that potential for them to be. Okay, and whenever we have the major arcana, this is not just for this month. Okay, this energy will stay with you until something changes, until something shifts. All right, but there may be some important conversations that you're having here, either with yourself or with others in your world, and you're coming to a resolution. But you may need to be a little bit strong. You need to be courageous and brave. All right, what decisions are you making? Okay, are decisions within your hand? Okay, or are they being made for you? Whatever that is for you, we've got the Strength card coming in. So part of your challenge may be to gathering the guts. Okay, gathering that inner strength that you need to move forward, to speak your truth, to speak your mind, to let things go, to make those important decisions, right? Sometimes we really do need to do a big old gut check, okay, with that. All right, so you may need to be really dig deep, to really be courageous, to persevere, to power through things. All right, you might be feeling a lack of confidence to make a decision. Okay, maybe there's an important decision that you need to make, or a conversation that you need to have, but you don't want to have it. Okay, we sometimes do have to have uncomfortable conversations, and it's like, oh, I don't really want to have this. I don't know how it's going to work out. Sometimes we just need to do it. Okay, we need to speak our truth and let the chips fall where they may. All right, but the Strength card also can represent kindness, compassion, and also patience here as well. And remember, we already said with the TikTok energy that some of you might be feeling like time is ticking, like you're feeling a little bit impatient, okay, or you're starting to rail at the fates, all right, and say, when is something going to happen for me? Well, there's some big shift happening here for you, Scorpio, all right, and you just need to really hold on. Okay, you need to either go with the flow, because sometimes when we get the Strength card, it's not quite in reversed, it's in a challenge position. It's kind of like it being reversed, but not quite. Okay, and there may be situations unfolding around you where you may feel as though you are powerless to stop them. And that is that faded energy that's coming in here. Okay, there may be something going on in your world that is meant to happen. Okay, and you might just be feeling a little bit out of sorts, as though you can't control the outcome or control the enemy, or to control the energy is what I meant to say. Okay, and sometimes you need to go with the flow, and that's scary sometimes, right? It's like, I am powerless to stop this. Oh my God, I got to dig deep for some inner courage and some bravery. All right. But we do have the karma card coming out here. Okay. And this is actually the judgment card. Okay. This is in your subconscious. This is your underlying feelings, your underlying energy, perhaps giving you some motivation. Okay. Or just something that's beneath the surface. Something that has been hidden is being revealed. This is a revelation, a final judgment. Okay. This is a wake up call for you, seeing the complete and utter truth, gaining an ultimate amount of clarity so that you can make a final decision. You can draw final conclusions, and you can finally see a light at the end of the tunnel and let something go. Okay. Or get all of your cards out on the table so that you can maybe breathe fresh life into something and have a second chance. The karma energy, the judgment card, can certainly be one of something, especially with this moon energy through the month, especially with the eclipse energy in your sign, can certainly be something that has been hidden from you or that you have buried, as we quite often see this card with coffins, right? And people coming out of the coffin, seeing the rapture, seeing the light, right? But sometimes we've got those things that we purposely bury within us, hidden fears, worries, doubts, all of those things, or something that we just haven't wanted to address. All of these things come to the surface right now, and it's intense and it can be difficult. Okay. Especially if we've kind of tucked something away for a long time, right? And when those things come back up to the surface, it's frightening sometimes, right? But when we do have this judgment card, this is that final closure. This is where you're about to shift. Okay, and in order to do that, in order to shift and progress and move forward into the world card, we got to do this first. We got to clear out all of those old energies, those demons. Okay, and we do have a shadow side. We do have a devil card coming out there for you. Okay, so this is certainly something very intense that may actually come to the surface for you. Okay, you could also just be on the path to discovering some sort of truth. Okay, and we've got truth and honesty with the justice card. We've got truth and clarity with the judgment card, and we also have the sword of truth here with the ace of swords. Okay, so if you've been confused or doubtful, and we have a two of swords over here, so you may have some confusion, you may be at a major crossroads at some point, at some area of your life. Clarity, truth, everything coming out in the open. Expect some sort of big epiphany moment may come in here for you. Okay, this can just be about you. This can just all be about your inner workings. Remember, this is a general reading here. This is not necessarily about career or love or relationships or anything. If they come up, yes, absolutely. But this is all about you, Scorpio. Okay, and when you have the full moon in your sign, okay, this is all about you. Your own self, your own well-being, your own happiness, your own goals, all of these things. All right, it's about time to put yourself first. Okay, so I think some of you here are on the path to a massive spiritual growth, okay, a spiritual ascension, and especially with this judgment card right here. Okay, this is, that judgment day, that rapture, right? That seeing the light, seeing the truth. All right, and I think that you're really going to have some sort of very big revelation or epiphany that comes in here for you. But you also have final decisions to make as well. All right, so this can be where you finally give yourself permission to release some old energy. But again, maybe you are resurrecting a dream. Maybe you have a second chance at something, right? Remember, we've got that peace energy there. Perhaps you're finding a peaceful resolution, your own inner peace, but you may also have a fresh start available, a second chance. When we find forgiveness, okay, when we open things up, when we get the truth out on the table, okay, sometimes we find it within our hearts to, give a second chance. Okay, if I'm thinking there's maybe a relationship in here that you thought something was probably done, but maybe there is that second chance. Okay, maybe there's a chance to do things better going forward. So big, powerful energy for you. Your recent past, the Two of Swords. Now, time and energy is fluid, as we know, and you've got a lot of major arcana coming out in your reading. Okay, so you could just, you could be at a little bit of a crossroads in your life. Maybe there's a turning point for you. There may be something that you're not quite seeing. Okay, the Two of Swords is quite often that making a decision, okay, or being very undecided. It's quite often we do have a blindfold on, right? So sometimes there's something that you're purposely not seeing or that you're ignoring, okay? And I don't think you're going to be able to ignore something anymore, okay? I think something's really going to come to light, all right? But I think here you're also trying to make a very important decision. You're at this crossroads. Do I, don't I? Do I go forwards? Do I go, well, we don't want to go backwards, okay? Do I take the path left? Do I take the path right? Or is there a hidden option number 3? Something that I'm not seeing, okay? So I think here that you've been trying to make some decisions, okay? Or you've been trying to find your path, okay, somewhere. And I think this is all going to be revealed for you, because where there is indecision, we now have clarity, a sense of purpose. Okay, the Ace of Swords, this is your crowning position. So this is your goals, your thoughts, your possibilities, what you're thinking about, what you want, okay, is clarity, is truth. All right, a fresh start perhaps, okay, new ways to communicate, to move forward. The Ace of Swords does bring in that very powerful sword energy to help you release anything that has been holding you back, creating obstacles or blocks in your life. So I think here that you're looking for something clear, okay? Maybe you're trying to figure out what your soul's purpose is, and you're trying to get things in alignment here, okay? Or maybe there's just this big shift out of your control and things are just kind of all happening for you, and you're like, whoa, it's a little bit scary. But when we have this Ace of Swords, there is no more confusion, there is no more doubt. And this is you getting that clarity, getting that epiphany moment that you're looking for. The Hand of Fate intervenes. That's that sword of fate, of destiny, of truth, of honesty. Hello, Justice card, okay? So I think here, everything here is all in alignment for you. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so very, very powerful, right? And that's one of the things that we look for in your Celtic cross. What is in alignment? What is not in alignment? And right here, right in the center, bam. Big energy. Okay, so I think where there has been confusion or doubt, or indecision, I think you're going to get the clarity that you've been looking for, and you are going to make the right decision for yourself, okay? Or you're going to get that fresh start, right? Something all out in the open. You're going to just get that clarity that you're looking for. We have the Seven of Swords coming in here as well in your near future. Now, there may be something in your near future that maybe you can't quite trust, or you might not be able to put your finger on it, okay? But I think here with all of this intuitive and spiritual energy coming in, okay, I think that you're going to be able to be a little bit more discerning about situations around you. You're going to get a little bit more clarity about things that you don't quite trust, okay? Or maybe you're making a decision about something that is a little bit off. Okay, now the Seven of Swords, yes, it can certainly indicate a situation around you that you can't trust, okay, or that you think you can't trust, all right, whether it's a person or a situation, all right. But the Seven of Swords can also represent you getting your thoughts in alignment. Okay, and quite often when we see the Seven of Swords, right, we see this guy's not looking backwards. He actually looks quite pleased with himself, okay? But there's something left behind, right? And sometimes when we see the Seven of Swords, we can see a guy stealthily taking these swords, but then kind of looking back, okay? It's like, have I made the right choice? Do I really want to let that go? Okay, and maybe doing something a little bit sneaky, okay? And sometimes, this could certainly be your energy, right? You could certainly know what you want. You're getting that clarity, you know what you want, but maybe you need to be a little bit sneaky, okay? Not sneaky, and not sneaky like devious, like in an underhanded kind of way. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting more the energy of you may be getting in alignment to make some big bold moves. Okay, And if that's the case, when we have the Seven of Swords, okay, you're getting your thoughts in alignment. You're figuring out what you want. You're trying to stay positive, okay? You're trying to focus on the task at hand, not let any negativity, set you back, okay? You're leaving things behind, especially this particular card, the imagery of that. The guy is not looking to the past at all. He's only looking forwards, okay? And, but sometimes if we have some big decisions to make, sometimes in order to get started, sometimes you need to do things on the QT. Play your cards close to the chest. Protect your, how should we say, your intentions. All right. And, let's say you're making a big decision about a job. All right. We'll keep it mundane. Okay. Say you're making a big decision about a job. All right. Well, you might be looking for a new job, Seven of Swords, okay? You might be trying to, figure out what it is that you want, what you don't want, okay? You may, but you might not be telling anyone about it. You got to go sneaky, right? You got to do things behind the scenes a little bit, okay? You got to protect your interests so that no one rats on you, or that no one maybe steals your thunder. Okay, those kind of things, right? So there's a little bit of caution that's required with the Seven of Swords. All right, but it is also perhaps a little bit of sneaky behavior, maybe a little bit, that you have to engage in. Especially if there's, you could also be getting a revelation, like say in your workplace, maybe there's someone around you that you can't trust. You haven't been quite able to put your finger on it. All right. And here you are, you're getting all that clarity that you need, right? So this may be a person that you're like, haha, buddy, I have your number. Okay. You're not going to stake my ideas anymore, because this can represent like intellectual theft. Okay. So stealing your ideas, stealing your thunder. All right. But I think here that you're going to really be in that realization if that's what you're dealing with, and you're going to deal with it a little bit differently. Okay. But the Seven of Swords can also represent the need to be very honest and truthful with yourself, with people that are around you. Okay. And sometimes the truth can hurt a little bit. Okay. Especially if you're like, if you're trying to reconcile a relationship, maybe you are having a little bit of a chit chat, okay, about something, some underhanded behavior, okay, something that maybe someone did lie to you, they betrayed your trust in some way, and you may be having a very, very important conversation about that. It's like, you know what, maybe I'm willing to give you a second chance, friendship, romantic partnership, whatever, okay, maybe I'm willing to give you a second chance, but first we need to have a talk. We need to get all of this out in the open, because otherwise, why bother? So certainly something to be aware of there, but minor, fairly minor, okay? It could also just be you having a setback, all right? It's like sometimes we're gaining clarity, we're gaining a deeper understanding, we're realizing our truth, and then we have a setback a little bit. However, the Chariot card, this is you, your current attitude, but also advice, all right? So the Chariot is confidence, power, moving forward, getting all of your ducks in a row and taking action, but being very confident in your abilities. Okay, so Spirit's really trying to get you into this energy, to get aligned, to know what it is that you want. Okay, to see the truth. All right, see where you're meant to be, and then follow your destiny. Put the wheels in motion, take action, and be confident in your convictions. Be confident in where you want to go. The Seven of Swords here, okay, Chariot card number 7, the Seven of Swords. Perhaps there is a lack of confidence, and we already see that with the Strength card coming out here in your challenged position. All right, and so Spirit's really trying to encourage you to be confident, to be clear with yourself about what you want, and then take action. Okay, get the ball rolling. All right, and Spirit's really wanting you to move forward, to move past anything, to be confident, okay, to be who you are meant to be, okay, to follow your goals, okay, to get Spirit's really trying to tell you that everything is coming into alignment for you right now, and this is really your time to shine here, Scorpio. Okay, your external environment, 5 of Wands. Okay, so the 5 of Wands certainly shows a lot of activity that's around you, a lot of energy, but maybe a little bit of chaotic energy sometimes, okay? So there may certainly be a lot of things going on around you. The 5 of Wands can be an energy of competition, okay, competitive activity. It's also one of training, Okay, so perhaps there is some actions that you can take. Okay, perhaps there's some dramatic situations that are around you. Okay, perhaps there's been something difficult that you've been dealing with that is preparing you for your future, preparing you to move forward. All right, there may be something challenging that you do need to deal with in the month ahead in order for you to move forward. All right, but there, with the Five of Wands, there could be represent a little bit of drama there as well. Now, the Five of Wands for me, okay, as external environment here, this is not you, your inner world, something outside of you, okay? There may be some situation that comes to light here and you're just like, I'm done. I'm extracting myself out of here. There's lies, deceit, there's betrayal, there's underhanded behavior, there's corporate espionage, all these things. Okay, I just can't trust my situation. There's something inherently wrong about it. The Five of Wands, there's infighting, there's toxic energy maybe, okay, some all this drama. Okay, think of like a workplace or maybe a relationship, and it's like these aren't necessarily the best energies for either one of those sometimes. Okay, and so perhaps this is giving you that boom, that epiphany moment that you're looking for. Sometimes we need to see things from a different perspective to see the truth of what is really going on. Okay, and I think you're probably going to get some sort of truth that is revealed to you. All right, but this kickstarts you into making change, okay, or into doing something a little bit different, okay, or is just really highlighting the need to protect your own interests, okay, to protect your own energy, because so perhaps the Five of Wands is something you need to sidestep. All right, but the Five of Wands for me also does represent sometimes, okay, a lot of different people coming together to achieve a common goal. It can represent teamwork. Okay, because if you think of the Five of Wands, right, it can represent, say, a sporting team, a sporting event, right? If you think of, say, like a soccer team or something like that, right? Or hockey, okay, whatever, right? It's a whole bunch of people, all different personalities, all different skill sets, all coming together, and they're there for a purpose. They're there to achieve a common goal. They're there to win. Okay, and sometimes, we need to partner up with all those kinds of people, right? Because they can sometimes take us to great heights. Okay, sometimes our path to success is not a solitary one. So there may be some teamwork at play for you here, and maybe that comes with a little bit of infighting, maybe a little bit of drama every once in a while, usually a little sneaky person in the mix every once in a while. Okay, so just keep your wits about you in that regard. All right, but sometimes teaming up with people is actually the key to our success. Okay, so there may be something there where you can have some teamwork at play for you. All right, but the Five of Wands can also represent you putting yourself out there. Okay, taking a risk, taking a chance. Think of if you're looking for a new job, the Five of Wands, right? If you're looking for a new job and you're going to search on the internet, right? There's a lot of people out there all competing for the same common goal for that job. A lot of people out there on internet dating and stuff like that, right? All competing for love, right? All of those things. So, there may be this energy here where you need to throw yourself into the mix. You need to engage in some healthy competition. Okay, but I think here really with the Chariot card here and with all this wonderful good karma headed your way, this may actually just be your time to shine, to stand out in a crowd somewhere. Let's see what our clarifiers are. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we've got a Five of Pentacles that's coming out here. Okay, so there may be something that isn't necessarily going your way, but there's a different way. The Five of Pentacles can represent a down patch, can represent a loss, okay, or a lack mentality. Two fives right there. All right, fives do represent obstacles and challenges, but they also represent the opportunity for change. So you could certainly be dealing with an environment around you, your home, your work, okay, your inner world here as well, okay, with that Five of Wands. And it's not necessarily, it's a lot of drama, right? A lot of drama, a lot of things going on, okay, not the best environment. The Five of Pentacles, right, is something's missing, something's lacking there. The Five of Pentacles can certainly represent a loss sometimes, right? Down patch for sure, but it can also represent like a lack energy. Something is difficult, it's challenging, and it's not giving you what you want, what you are looking for. And that can certainly represent a bit of a challenge for you. Okay, but when we have the Five of Pentacles, it's a reminder here that maybe there's, when one door closes, another one opens. Maybe something that's not quite going your way, okay, maybe there's a different approach that you can take, right? An alternate approach. Now, the Five of Pentacles can sometimes come in as a stubborn energy as well, right? There's help available, there's resources available to you, all right, but you may not be seeking them out, or you may not be seeing them. All right. So there's certainly something there that's available to help you through to, but it may require a little bit of change. Okay. And, you know, a different perspective, a different outlook, additional information. Okay. Or maybe even the need there to ask for help. All right. Will help you change your environment, change your situation, get something back on track, or let something go so you can start something new. We've got the Eight of Wands here, though, as well. And the Eight of Wands is some really great communication coming in. Okay, the Eight of Wands is getting you unstuck, is getting you moving forward. The Eights are all about abundance, okay? So certainly some great news, some great communication that is available for you, something that you want, maybe something that you have set your intentions for. The Eight of Wands is a reminder from Spirit usually that when we set intentions, okay, when we set our goals, we've already manifested things into our reality. And this is all of your intentions, all of your desires hitting their target, a lot of things going on in the background for you. But the Eight of Wands can also represent some really good news and communication that is headed your way. Something that you want, maybe something that does initiate some change, or something that you've been waiting for, right? And it's been, oh man, it's been a while. Okay, and but the Eight of Wands also is overcoming a challenge, overcoming a hurdle, and moving forward fast. Okay, fast. And we've got the Six of Swords here as well, and the Six of Swords is moving forward. So I think if there's been some challenges in your inner world, your outer world, with your money, with people, with relationships, okay, whatever this happens to be for you, okay, you may be feeling stuck, but there is opportunity for change. There is help available. There is resources available. There's a conclusion that is within reach for you here. The Six of Swords is a peaceful resolution to something, right? Remember, we've got the Peace card there, the Eight of Wands, something super duper positive, okay? And I think you're going to find your way forward, okay? Now, I do have to say that for some of you, part of your answer may actually be to move. Only because the Eight of Wands can certainly indicate travel. Okay, the Six of Swords, it can indicate a rite of passage. It can indicate and remind you that Spirit's always guiding you and protecting you. Okay, it can remind you that you may be dealing with a situation that may be either upcoming or you're dealing with now that you're meant to experience. It's part of your destiny, right? It's part of, it's like a fated energy, something that's beyond your control, right? Which we see that with the Strength card sideways anyway. Okay, but it's also one of movement. Okay, it can be one of relocating, of travel. And the Chariot card here also is one of moving forward, okay, but it can also be one of travel, of relocating. So there's three energies, boom, 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 right here. So sure, it could certainly be a metaphorical energy of moving forward, overcoming things, but it can also represent that perhaps there is a big move to a different location coming in here. For some of you, that's possible for you now. Now, it might not necessarily be packing up your house and moving to a different city. It could be moving to the next phase. It could be if you're dealing with a workplace situation, right? Not paying you enough with the Five of Pentacles, but there's something else available for you, something better. Okay, it could be moving to a new job. Okay, or moving to a new department or a new position. Okay, all of those things. Something is moving you forward. Okay, so certainly something that can be quite exciting for you. But of course, it can also be you moving past your own energies, moving past your own issues, finding a way forward. Okay, finding peace. your hopes and your fears. We've got the shadow sides. We've got this pesky devil card coming out here. So Capricorn energy with this one, lucky Capricorn. Okay, but whenever we have the devil card, okay, it shows you're trying to make better choices. All right, you're trying not to obsess over things. Okay, so I think here that you're really hoping that you'll find yourself in better situations. I think you're really hoping that you're going to clear out some old energies. Okay, those old negative thoughts and feelings. Okay, old toxic situations. Okay, from your current environment or maybe even from your past. Okay, and so it's a great hope to have. It's a great desire to have, to make those better choices, to release anything that is holding you back or keeping you in a cycle of negativity. Okay, when so when we have that devil energy, this is about attachments, about obsessions, all of those low vibrational energies. So I think you're really hopeful for some change into something a little bit better. You're maybe even trying to make better choices for yourself. Do things, take the high road every once in a while, okay, and try not to engage in anything kind of like revenge or anything like that. Scorpio. I have a couple Scorpios in my life. Yeah, revenge is not always off the table. It's like, I'll get you back. Okay, so maybe you're trying to take the high road in those cases there as well. But there is, of course, an underlying fear here. Also, what if I can't get out of where I am? What if I can't make positive change? What if I fall back into old patterns and behaviors and all of those things? But you know what? Honestly, with all of the rest of the energies that we've got coming out for you here, okay, I think here that this is really more of a hope than a fear, because you have so much guidance and protection that is leading you forward. You always have free will, of course. Okay, so you can choose not to take the high road. You can choose the darker side. Okay, but I think you've got so much positive help here coming in that I don't think you're going to let that be an option for you, right? Because we can use this Ace of Swords. What you're really thinking about is detaching yourself from any of this lower vibrational energy so that you can live the high life. You can live a life with positivity and a sense of purpose, and that you can take that high road. All right. Your overall outcome. So this is why I pulled a few more cards. Now you do have another 5. Okay. So let me just say right here, there's some big shift here for you, because 3 5s, look up the deeper meaning of 555. Some people see it and they want to run, okay? Because humans are creatures of habit and no one likes change. Inner world, outer world, okay? So you do have 3 5s. So look up the spiritual meaning of 555 and there'll be bigger messages in there for you, okay? But the main thing is change, okay? Change, overcoming obstacles, and but this sometimes does create us a little bit of turmoil. So your overall outcome, you do have the 5 of Swords here, okay? So you could certainly be looking at this going, okay, there may be a victory, but there may also need to be a loss at the same time, okay? And if we think of the 5 of Swords is technically a card of victory, but it's at a cost, at a price. So if you were to think of, say, if you went for a promotion in your workplace, okay, and let's say you have a colleague that also wants to go for that same position, all right, only one person can win. And so in the 5 of Swords, you may come out on top, but someone else is getting hurt so that you can have your victory and you can have your day in the sun. Sometimes that's unavoidable. Okay, think of a relationship. In order for you to move forward and for you to live your best life, perhaps you need to hurt someone in the process. You don't mean to, but it's like that double-edged sword a little bit, okay? So whenever we get the 5 of Swords, there could certainly be some sort of conflict, some sort of issue. There could be a victory, but with that underlying energy, okay? And so what we do get with the 5 of Swords is a need for cautious communication. Words can hurt. Okay, and so it's a reminder to take the high road. It's a reminder to let sleeping dogs lie sometimes, right? Sometimes that 5 of Swords, okay, we can be having a conversation with somebody and you know how someone has to get in the last dig? Okay, try not to do the last dig. do something a little bit better than what you would normally do. Okay, so you could certainly be learning here how to resolve some conflicts. Okay, but you could also have a little bit of chaotic energy there, especially if there are changes that are happening. Okay, but I think your other energy here is overcoming that. All right, but let's see what else we have. Oh, awesome. Look at this. We have the Seven of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Death card. So we're talking about the 3 5s change. There you go. The Death card, the birth of a brand new Scorpio, the birth of a brand new you. You're worried there, or you're fearing, or you're hoping that you can do things a little bit better. The Death card certainly represents that there may be a loss, there may be an ending. Okay, 5 of Swords, but it's for your own betterment, it's for your own higher good. You could certainly be experiencing a dark night of the soul energy, especially with the Judgment card, the Devil card there, the Death card, okay? All of these things, right? You could certainly be experiencing this massive spiritual growth coming in here, but it's for the positive. Some people don't like the Death card because it does bring in change and transformation, but it also brings in growth, a rebirth, a revival maybe, even, okay, a big transformation. It doesn't necessarily mean the end to something, but sometimes we do need to evolve. We do need to change. We do need to do something a little bit different, right? Think of a relationship, right? Maybe you have a friendship that you've known someone for 20 years. Your friendship isn't the same today as it was 20 years ago. It's evolved along your journey. So there is certainly some sort of transformation or evolution that's coming in, but it is for your best and highest good, and it brings you peace. It brings you a sense of relief, maybe even some clarity, a sense of direction. We've got the Seven of Cups coming in here. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, okay? But with the Seven of Cups, okay, it is an energy of fantasy, of imagination, but it is also one of having a lot of options available, and it can be one that causes confusion. Now, the Seven of Cups, I gotta say, because we do have the shadow side coming in here, the Seven of Cups can sometimes represent addictions as well as is that devil energy. Okay, so you could certainly be making a change here for the positive, releasing any old addictions or patterns that have previously happened throughout your life. Okay, and you're making better choices. But I think here is that there is change ahead for you, and there's a lot of opportunities available for you. There's a lot of options, but there's a need there, a reminder to follow your heart. Your brain may be taking you in weird directions with the Five of Swords. Your brain is sometimes a wonderful help, sometimes it's a hindrance. And when we get the Seven of Cups, sometimes we have a bit of a fear of making a choice, of making a decision. Sometimes we feel a little bit overwhelmed. We may sometimes have our head in our clouds, but there is a need here to follow your heart. What does your feelings tell you? What does your heart tell you? Okay, so there's certainly maybe a choice for you to make, but what is that feeling within you? Okay, follow your heart space. Okay, and then we have the Temperance card coming in here. Everything in moderation, patience. Okay, and everything in moderation with the Temperance card. With the Seven of Cups can sometimes represent addictions, and with the Devil card coming out there, okay, you got some healing going on. All right, so if you've previously engaged in any kind of we'll call it challenging behavior, okay, or any kind of how should we say, if things have previously gotten out of hand, okay, then the Temperance card is coming in here to restore a little bit of balance in your life. Okay, and it's quite often when I do get the Death card or when I get the Judgment card, Temperance is usually not too far behind, because Temperance is your guardian angel. Okay, it is an energy of patience, moderation, but it's also one of healing and balance. All right, so everything in moderation, everything in balance, bringing in some healing, bringing in some personal growth, helping you through those times of change, or helping you through those challenges, or helping you feel a sense of relief after this big dark night of the soul energy that some of you may be going through. All right, so whatever you've got going on, you are very much divinely guided and protected through this entire process. But man, oh man, there is a big shift coming in here for you, Scorpio. So really do hold on. It's a good journey, but it's not without its ups and downs. Okay, just saying. All right, just saying. But you do have all of this wonderful personal growth, spiritual growth, transformation. Yes, sometimes maybe endings, but leading way to something better for you. Okay, a better way, a better life, a better way forward, some healing, some all of this wonderful energy. So I'm going to leave that there for you. I'm going to close out. Am I taking that? Okay, we'll take that as a bonus one. I'm going to close out your reading with a couple last messages here. So what does Scorpio need to know for the new moon energy, please? The new moon, the solar eclipse. What does Scorpio need to know for that, please? Thank you. And what does Scorpio need to know for the, thank you, lunar eclipse? Thank you very much. Okay. So lunar eclipse is this one. The new moon is this one. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Holy crap. Yeah. So we'll leave that one there. Okay. Powerful change. And you do have powerful change. This big energy coming in here for you. New moon eclipse. That is exactly what's knocking at your doorstep. Okay. So remember to ground your energy. Okay, and to go with the flow. The Six of Swords here, go with the flow. Okay, remember the Strength card here. You might be feeling as though there's certain things going on that are just out of your control a little bit. Go with the flow, okay, and be ready to take action when you need to. Big shift coming in here for you. Lunar eclipse energy, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. What is your goal? What is your dream? There's change, transformation at hand. Things are getting better. Things are getting out in the open. You're seeing the truth of things, okay? And you're very close. You're very much on the cusp of something here for yourself here, Scorpio. And the bonus one that came out first, nothing is yet set in stone. You have free will. If you don't like the way something's going, you have an opportunity to change it. Nothing is set in stone. You can certainly be the instigator of your own change. Take charge, take the lead, okay? Energy and time is fluid. So if you don't like the way something's going, do something different. I'm going to leave that there for you, Scorpio. I really hope there was something here that resonated with you, because this is like a massive, big, powerful reading for you guys, okay? So I hope there was something here. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you do, by the way, want to participate in the contest, if you want to enter for a chance to win a free personal reading, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, because it is for subscribers, but also leave me a comment in the box below and say, I am open. I am open is telling me that you are entering the contest. However, it is also a big affirmation to yourself in the universe that you are open and you are in the flow and you are ready to receive, okay? And you're removing all of your blocks. So I'm going to leave that there for you. Deadline to enter is April 30th. I'll announce the winner the first week of May. All right. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful May. Ground and protect your energy. Remember, okay? So I thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.